first ever night game here at Valley as they get set to take on Shade. We got the Blue Jay here. It's a party. Let's go. This is the place Dana calls home, the Penguins repair shop, but it's not just repairs going on here, it's creation. Paternoville has migrated from Beaver Stadium to outside Joe Paterno's home. I'd separate my side. Johnstown's sports scene has taken on the identity of this town. Resilient, tough, and not going away anytime soon. Larod's day ended prematurely, just 6 carries for 19 yards. Spoke with him outside the Steelers locker room after the game. On his way to the hospital, said he was going to have an MRI. Didn't want to talk on camera, but his parents were gracious enough to speak with us and said they were very proud of their son.
This is where it started for him at Pitt.
I'm not quite sure this is a good idea, but I'm going to get in the batter's box, take a couple cracks, see what I got. Oh. This is a day a lot of people in our region, myself included, thought might never come. A playoff baseball game here at PNC Park. And what makes this so exhilarating is that by 11:15 tonight, it might all be over. A one-game wild card playoff between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds. Oftentimes, sports is the unifier, the distraction or healer for life's problems.
Don't give him that. Make him come back out.
At Johnstown's Solomon Homes tonight, that healing started with a basketball.
I know if they wouldn't be playing basketball tonight, they would be out probably selling drugs, breaking into somebody's house.
Eddie Taylor has coached youth ball in Johnstown for over a decade. He, along with Oscar Keshaw, have organized the Johnstown Adult Basketball League. Games every Friday and Saturday throughout the summer.
The reason why I started this program is to reach back and let these guys know that it's someone that out here that does care.
Tonight's game is between Kernville and Solomon, but teams are coming in all across Johnstown. Moxham, Coopersdale, Prospect. Taylor tells me the goal is to keep men on these courts instead of inside other courts.
As a parent, as a coach, I don't want to sit back. I want to get up and do.
The league features men ages 18 to 35 and is open all summer for additions. The court painted by Taylor. The jerseys sponsored and donated by local businesses. And the fans, community members looking to support their own.
It's very important to have that community come around. Stops kids going out there doing crime and stuff.
Years down the line, if it continues to go on, more kids will get involved and it'll stop the violence off the street.
It don't take a village to raise one child. It takes a community. It takes a city.
This may look and sound like a normal high school basketball game. But there are 3 reasons why this game is unlike any other in state history.
We're your officials for today, and welcome to today's history-making event.
To even get 3 females on a female game, let alone for a boys game, it's an honor.
In what's believed to be the first time ever in Pennsylvania, 3 women officiated a boys varsity basketball game. Sue Kavensky, Terry Pitek, and Vicki Markowitz, all District 6 officials, have nearly 50 years of combined referee experience.
No, that way!
My line, as long as I've been in education and officiating, the best man for the job is a woman, and you're looking at 3 of them. Need I say any more?
Thursday's game was the brainchild of Purchase Line Athletic Director Jim Clapp, who told me he had been trying 4 to 5 years to have 3 women officiate one of his boys' games.
I've always believed in equal opportunity. I mean, I just feel inside, you know, that it's sort of a sense of accomplishment more than anything, not so much for myself, but for them, getting the opportunity.
Once the ball was tipped, it was all business for everyone involved.
Red, 4, hold, toe.
And just like any other game, there were mixed reviews for the ones in the black and white striped shirts.
I didn't have a problem with any one of their calls. I thought they officiated a very nice game.
It was a little different. Most of the male officials let you play a little bit. These ones, they just call a little more tacky fouls. It didn't bother us any. We just wanted to play.
A girl that was watching this and says, we went into officiating because we saw you on TV and you said that we could do it. That's great.
Now, your 6 Sports Report.
Good evening. He's the last connection to the Joe Paterno era on the Penn State football team, but after 18 years, Larry Johnson is done at Penn State. The news coming from the Harrisburg Patriot News, which spoke with the Nittany Lions' longtime defensive line coach tonight. According to the Patriot, James Franklin offered Johnson the same position on his staff, which he then declined. Johnson telling the Patriot News he plans to coach elsewhere next season. On to the high school hardwood. 8 teams represented tonight out of 4 counties. We're all over the place, and we start with unbeaten Penns Valley. At 7-0, they were down 2 at Tyrone tonight with 10 seconds to play. That's when Penns Valley's Logan Johnson up fakes from the corner, backs down and gets it to go with 3 seconds left. We go to overtime where Brandon Grip takes over. The Golden Eagle senior putting his team on his back and won with the jumper, and then Grip again. The drive putting Tyrone up 49-45. They don't look back. 30 points for Grip, including 13 in overtime, as Tyrone wins 57-49.
We started out great, and we just started giving up the lead, and we fought back the whole second half, and we took it.
All right, Bishop Guilfoyle, they've won 6 in a row, hosting 7-3 Central tonight. Dragons scored the first 2 points, and then the Marauders went off. Damon Rickens for 3, followed up by C.J. Fillard and Jamie Broombaugh bucket and the foul. Sam McCloskey looking over for Fillard on the wing for 3, and moments later, returning the favor. Fillard and McCloskey. BG outscored Central 24-4 in the first quarter, making a statement and doing it with defense as much as offense. 59-19 domination over the Dragons. On the girls' side, Westmont and McCourt fighting for the top spot in their Laurel Highlands section. Haley Thomas like drowning pool. Let the bodies hit the floor. No call. Mackenzie Barbin happy to play on. Lady Crushers up 28-19, but Westmont storms back into the third. Bridget Sheehan steps in front, and she gets fouled, making the layup, ties it up at 30. Westmont then steals momentum in the fourth quarter. Nina Foster in the corner. Huge 3 puts the Lady Hilltoppers up 38-34, and for good measure, Bridget Moyer banks open on Monday night. Westmont wins 46-44. Huntington girls on the road looking for the upset at Hollidaysburg. First quarter, Alex Shields says, "I don't think so." Comes up with the block and then hustles up the floor. More good defense from the Tigers. Morgan Jennings with the steal. And Courtney Storm right there to capitalize, showing why they are the #1 ranked girls team in the 6 Sports Super 6. They win 57-34. Before the season, St. Francis women's coach Joe Haig told me he wanted his Lady Flash to score 100 points per game. Sounds crazy, but thanks to their run and gun style of play, they've averaged 108 in their 2 conference games. Call it 40 minutes of hell. The architect, Joe Haig, a.k.a. the Paul Westhead of Loretto, highest scoring conference in the country. Their best player, Allie Williams, the BG grad, with the steal. 1 of her 7 steals, 2 of her 27 points, also had 7 boards. Monster game. Williams, though, topped by Bryant's Courtney Schisler, 36 points for her. Bulldogs led by 1 with under 2 minutes to play. And Alexa Hayward takes over. Hoop and the harm. Flash go up 2. Game then tied. 4.7 seconds to play. Bryant inbounding. It's Jenica Bailey from half court, and she goes all the way at the buzzer. A stunner at the goal. St. Francis falls 88-86. Penn State hockey took the #1 team in the nation to the distance last night. They got another crack at Minnesota tonight with an extra man in the house. Not only a sold-out crowd on hand, but James Franklin in attendance wants to hang with the Roar Zone, shaking hands, taking selfies, and pound on the glass. Gophers up 1-0 in the second. Sam Warning comes barreling into Eamon McAdam. The Islanders prospect, not happy, comes back swinging. Both headed to the sin bin. Later in the second, pretty passing by the Gophers, and it's Warning who fires it home. 2-0 Gophers on top. Lions down 3-0 in the third, but not out. There's heat in the hot kitchen, and Kenny Brooks punches it in for Penn State. But the Gophers answer back immediately. Nate Condon with the goal as #1 Minnesota wins 5-2, sweeping the series with the Lions. And that'll do it for sports tonight. 6 News will be right back.